Good morning, everybody. Now then, what do we have here? Well, it's a Patrick Eggle, and if you've not heard of Patrick Eggle guitars, you can be forgiven for not having heard of them. Now, right now, in 2022, there's a company called Patrick James Eggle guitars, and they make very, very high-end Telly and Les Paul type guitars. But back in the 90s, Patrick Eggle, his own company that he started, I think in 1990 or somewhere around there, made these. They made several different models, and the Berlin was probably the most well-known of those models. Now, this is a later, what they called the Berlin Wall, which is a crazy name. This is from 1997, and is actually from an era, I think, when Patrick had left the company, his own company. Now, I'm focusing on this bridge here because the eagle-eyed among you might spot that that's an Ibanez Low Pro Edge. So you might be asking yourself, why the hell has a Patrick Eggle guitar got an Ibanez Low Pro Edge? And is that some kind of aftermarket fitment? And no, it's not. This was how it was made at the factory. And we have some provenance to show that that's the case. So this was made in 1997. As you can see, it's got satin finish spurzels, but non-locking, because obviously it has a double locking tremolo system, so you don't need the locking spurzels that they normally have. We've got two humbuckers, which I'm told are Gibson humbuckers, but I haven't verified that. You can see in the center there, you've got a single coil routing that's been filled in and painted over, but you can still just see it. That's weird. You've got a push-pull coil tap there and a three-way switch. Now, on the order form, which you'll see in a minute, it says a five-way, but so I'm not really sure why they messed up there. It's definitely a three-way, whether that's something that's a later thing. Now, here's the factory order form. So this is the provenance. You can see Onyx Black, solid older body, blah, blah, blah. You can read that. You can pause this and read it. I've covered up the original customer's name and address. But you can see this is the most interesting thing about this list is that the trem supplied by customer, pickups supplied by customer, and fret wire supplied by customer, which is kind of interesting, right? So this was obviously a sort of a custom order of some sort with the factory, which I guess is something that they possibly always did throughout the life of the initial sort of burst of the company, or perhaps it's only something that they did in those later years. Again, this is 97. So here's an earlier Berlin Pro. This is from 95, I think, this guitar. And this is more standard. This is kind of what you'd expect from a high-end Berlin Pro Elite. So it's kind of different from the Wall. You don't have that carved top. You know, it's a plainer guitar, more rock-focused guitar, I guess. And obviously the less ostentatious inlays and stuff like that. It's a very business-like guitar, this. Lovely neck, unfinished, no lacquer on the neck. Now, you can see these pickup rings. Look, if you look closely, you can see that they've been cut in order to fit around the neck, which is kind of weird. The bridge routing is not the best either, in terms of it's kind of obviously been done. They don't, this is sort of seemingly, not a bridge that they would normally fit to their guitars. So very odd, fascinating guitar. I really like it, and I just love guitars that have a sort of quirky history and especially when they have the provenance to prove it. So there we are, 1997 Patrick Eggle Berlin Wall, custom, low pro, beautiful, in Onyx Black. Fab. Join us for the next one.